If you are ready to take your business to the next level and you're trying to get more clients, but not just more clients, you don't want just any client, you're trying to get higher paying clients. Trust me, I've been there. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to get higher paying clients without losing business, without feeling like you're about to go through a drought just to get your ideal client. I'm going to walk you through step by step on what I've done and what I help my students do in my inner circle. So let's get started in this video. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and interact with me in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. I make content every single day on YouTube, helping you grow and scale your business online. So let's get into it. If you are trying to get high paying clients, I'm going to be very blunt and honest with you. I want this lesson, this video to really help you. But in order for me to help you, I can't be I can't just be so soft with you. I have to be very direct, very blunt with you, and I hope that you can understand where I'm coming from. I hope you don't get mad at me, okay? But truth is, one, if you're trying to get higher paying clients, you have to understand what they want. One, obviously, they want higher quality service. They want better service. They want better outcomes, right? They want better outcomes. They want better results. So if you know you can deliver on that, that's one. But I have to say that because I don't want to get into anything else unless I mention that first. And you want to stay till the end because the last strategy I'm going to give you is going to tie into this first one that I'm mentioning. So it all falls together. But again, you want to make sure what you're offering is of quality. It's of something they will want. Okay. Two, you want to ensure you're creating an experience for these people from the time they reach out to you to the time you deliver on the final product or service. I feel like oftentimes we think these high paying people just care about the product itself, the final result, the final product itself. And yes, that does matter to them. But if you are taking forever to respond throughout their time working with you, if you are forgetting important things, if they have to keep checking in with you on things, right then and there, you've lost them. These high paying people have so many other things going on in their life. They don't want to have to be chasing you down about things you're supposed to be doing. So understand who you're dealing with. When you're dealing with these higher paying clients, they're not playing. I have systems and automations that had to help me with my high paying clients because I don't want to lose them. And also I'm human. I make mistakes. Because, we're all human. I'm not going to always remember to respond or send another email. I'm going to make mistakes. Okay. But that won't fly with them. They don't care. They don't care. They're paying you something where way cheaper clients will probably pay you $100, $200. They're ready to pay you $1,000, and you think you're going to play in their face. You're not going to get away with it. So understand that when you land these premium clients, this is so crucial. So get your systems down packed. This is some of the things I help my students with. I walk them through exactly how to do these things in my inner circle because this is so important. You have to have your system down packed. You have to have the experience down packed for these people. From the time they contact you all the way throughout their entire experience working with you. The next thing, here's the third thing. I think all of this is important. I can't even put one over the other, okay? The next thing is you want to ensure that everything is extremely clear. What I think we get wrong in our business sometimes is we want to be clear, where we feel like we're clear because it's clearly stated. But to be clear with your clients requires you to repeat the same thing over and over and over again. Repeat it in different formats. So for example, if your service says you must reach out to us to send us documents. You have to send us certain documents to continue with your service process. Make sure it's saying that in the inquiry form. Make sure there's reminders being sent out to them via email. Make sure if there's consultation calls involved, make sure you're talking about that on the phone call with them. Make sure if you're seeing them in person, make sure you're mentioning them, reminding them of these things. You have to repeat yourself over and over and over again. And I'm saying this because those types of people have a lot of things going on. and they hire you and other people in their companies to help them. So if you're helping them, they want clarity. And if they need clarity, you have to remind them of things they already know or things they probably unintentionally didn't notice when working with you, when going through your contract, when booking your services. They probably didn't notice. You have to be okay with consistently repeating yourself. I think for a lot of us, we feel like that's frustrating, blah, blah, blah. But come on, you're trying to make $20,000, $30,000 a month. That's how much I make in my business. That's how much some of my students are making in their business. Some of my students are in Ebony magazine because of their work and not just their skill level, but because of what people are saying about them, their reputation, right? So again, you have to be okay with gotta repeat yourself a little bit. Okay. It just comes with the game. And here's the most important thing: you have to understand their language. I think so many people miss this. You have to speak their language. And what I mean by their language, I'm going to break that. I feel like maybe there's a slight need to break this down a little bit. What I mean by speaking their language is think about your potential clients, your future clients, your high paying clients. Think about them. They speak a certain language, meaning, and a perfect example, one of my high paying clients was talking to me the other day, and I was just like, "Hey, why didn't you book this makeup artist? I think this makeup artist is great." She was like, "Yeah, but I seen on her story that she posted that she has openings today to cash app her a certain amount of money, cash app her a deposit." And I was like, that didn't rock with me. So because this high paying client, mind you, she said the person work was great, but because this high paying client seen a makeup artist and said, why is she, one, announcing that she has openings, and two, she's mentioning to send via Cash App? High paying clients want invoices. So if you, those little things trigger them, those languages trigger them. Versus if you had the same message to say, I have a few openings today, you should have probably sent that via email. You probably should have sent via email, we have openings, get receive 20% off if you take any slots today. You see the difference? So knowing their language makes all the difference. If you know how they communicate, how they speak, what they like to hear, what they don't want to see, what they don't want to hear, that will change everything. For me, when I started working with high paying clients, I also had to clean up my Instagram. A lot of the content I had on my Instagram would have them running 20 feet away from me. Not because the content was horrible looking, but because it would not make them comfortable. So when you're working with high paying clients, you have to understand what they're looking for and the language they speak. You have to understand the language they speak. And this is the last one, but most important, I can't stress this enough. And again, if y'all have any questions, shoot them in the comments. I'd love to answer any questions y'all have and chat with y'all. But this one is so crucial, but I can't stress this enough. You have to learn these high paying clients. I feel like for a lot of us, we want them and we feel like the only thing we have to learn is learn how to create or deliver the final product. Like, OMG, okay, I know the high paying people, they want this product. Cool. Do I know how to create this product? Do I know how to get them this end result? Great, awesome, I'm in business. No, you need to deep dive and learn this audience, because the reason it's so crucial to learn this audience is because when you're providing this service, when you're interacting or working with them, you're going to come in contact with them often, whether it's online, whether it's in person, and your conversations might push them away. The things you say might make them say, "Ooh, I'm never hiring them again." So for example, for me, my high paying clients on my day-to-day life, I cuss a lot. Okay, I cuss a lot. And I'm not trying to do better. I'm being transparent with y'all. I'm trying to do better. But I cuss a lot. But these high paying clients, the certain niche I'm targeting, it makes some of them probably feel uncomfortable. And the fact that I can't decipher which ones are uncomfortable and which ones are not, I just can't cuss at all. Stuck. Oh well. Another thing I can't do is I can't just dress bummy around these people. When I'm coming to work in contact with these people, I can't just dress bummy, because these types of people, which is crazy enough, I've learned them because I've learned them. I will literally be working with them on a job. When the job's over, they're inviting me to lunch. They're like, "Hey, Don, do you want to come to lunch with us? We'd love to take care of you." Next thing you know, we're not at no Shake Shack or or anything. We're at a fancy high-end restaurant. Imagine if I had just wore a basic tee, just a basic tee and some gym shorts. You lost them. You lost them. So then now let's take this a step further. Because I've learned this audience, because I've taken my time to learn my ideal audience. Imagine if in your content you showing a behind the scenes of you on your job and you're wearing shorts, you're wearing something that's a little chill, too chill. They're gonna unintentionally think, "Ooh, what if he shows up to my job like that? What if he shows up to what I have him booked for like this?" They can't trust you. You have to show them that it's not just about delivering the final products, but can they trust you? So, in order to get to this level, it's not a simple a simple get better at my skills, get better at this, get better at that, and boom, you're making money. No, it's literally taking the time out and learning this audience, learning this group of people. And that's what I really help my students do, because I don't feel like a lot of us skilled entrepreneurs need to go through the season of drought just to get to high paying clients. That is a lie. That is a lie, lie, lie. Nobody has to do that. I didn't do that. I literally, when I started transitioning to higher paying clients, some of my months I had high paying clients and low paying clients. Some months I had majority high paying clients and probably two low paying clients just sprinkled in there, until I got to my business to the point where it was just all high paying clients, just nonstop, just top tier, high paying premium clients, just nonstop. But I never had to go through a season of drought. That's not a thing at all. You don't have to do that. You can truly attract high level, high paying clients without ever having to go through a drought, without ever having to lose clients completely. No, you can do that. You can build your brand to that point. There is an audience who's going to want what you have to offer if you position it properly. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. I would love to answer them, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.